G'day, friends and fans. Welcome to Tabletop News. I'm your host, the author, David Applegate, author of the books The ProWritingAid, Power Games, Into the Elsebound, and Erotic Tales from the Empire. Sorry I'm late. I had to cut out Rumble several times. It just wouldn't connect to locals, and then wouldn't go live until I shut everything down and started a new stream. It is ridiculous. Rumble has to pull their finger out, please. I'm using Rumble Studio. Anyhow, I'm your host, the author, David Applegate, author of books ProWritingAid, Power Games, Into the Elsebound, Erotic Tales from the Empire. Thank you to all those who support the channel. You can support the channel through the links in the link tree. Most people have joined Patreon, my RPG Patreon. You know, great community. Thank you, all those who have. Really appreciate it. Now I'm just going to fix the links because I had to redo the video. So the links to my video are not going to be valid. Video not found. Costa. Always with the drama. Shivers. Sorry, I'll try to be as quick as I can. All right. I'm not picking up. Or Rumble or X or anything. All right. I don't think you can edit Blue Sky, can you? I don't know. Actually, as you can see, there's quite a lot on offer this week. And so it's going to take a little longer to go through everything. I hope you don't mind. There we go. Why won't you delete? Why won't you delete? There we go. Social media is getting to be annoying, I know. All right. Pardon me. All right, so what have we got on offer? First up, we have Mongoose Traveller 2nd Edition from May 2021, the leading science fiction tabletop role-playing game from Mongoose Publishing. The Traveller's been through a lot of iterations. This is the 2022 starter kit. Everything you need for the Trojan Reach campaign. As you can see, it's broken up into 2 parts. The first part being the starter collection at $17.95 with your basic revival, desperate battle across the star, free traders, your basic traveller, 6 covering many areas. So it's the first bundle, right? And you get 3 totals of the Player Collection Retail 100, DRM 3, which includes the Fall of Teenth campaign, Next, however, if you pay the threshold price of $29.03, little rich, but still I recommend you level up. Always recommend you level up and get the Referee Collection. This is 10 more supplements with essential ship designs updated. Now, if you got this collection before, it should all be in your drive-through RPG. So any updates will be there. I do think that there was an update. So if you haven't updated, although this is 22, some of these campaigns are updates. You don't have to get the campaign if you've already got it. You only have to update off your drive-through RPG. That's the beauty of a bundle. Once you've bought it, you own it. And any updates are available. So that's great, isn't it? So let's see. In the player collection, pay the minimum price and you get this player's second edition starter set. The introduction to Traveller. Inclusive of all of the Tanith campaign. Right. 346 pages. Okay. Next is the compendium, updated in 24. Versatile toolkit for Traveller campaigns. A variant and alternative set of rules. Pick enhancements for your campaign to give greater depth and weight, including alternative combat, hit locations, and starship operations. And the supply catalogue. Don't leave Starport without it. Without your weapons, you are screwed. Now, this is updated in 23. A lot of people use the 2022 rules. Forget it. It's updated. And the updates are free if you own it. If you don't own it, you won't have the update. So get it if you have it. And if you haven't got it and you want to upgrade, which I recommend you do because you get the High Guard update. This is major expansion to design, build, and fly aircraft. I mean, spaceships as well. Spacecraft. I said aircraft. From boarding actions to spacecraft security, deployment shuttle, supplement for a new versatile shipcraft and explore its creation. All right. What's going on here? So message. I think the message. Yeah. Hey, I'm going fine. Somebody for surfing on Twitter. Play this. Yeah, I'm working on my own version of science fantasy version for based on my writing. I'd love to play a game soon-ish. I wanted to play recently, but the group got shut down. Yeah. Definitely collab on something sometime soon. I'll give you my link to X. You're my link, right? Where are you at? Twitch. Can I message you on Twitch? Discord. Right. Discord. Add me up on my Discord. What's that Discord? What's your Discord? Because I could see. Right. Because what happened here? Okay. My Discord's running in the background. Somebody messaged me. All right. I've sent friend request. Yeah, I got Discord running in the background. Yeah, somebody messaged me. It's fine. I think the audio level's a little loud, but I can't adjust it. Let me just check. Somebody messaged me on Facebook? Yeah, LOL. Yes. Yeah, great. All right, we are live. It's live again. All right, what's happened here? To studios. I think I said short. Update this last time, so it's not updated again. I think this is the same one. Yeah. Mix of pedal power right through to Agrav. Yeah, this is the same one. 2020. Still, you get all of them together. Referee briefings, commerce, travel, wonder, referee screen, updated, useful charts. So all that with $30. I have it. I also have the Pirates of Drinks and other. I have all the Traveller. I have a lot of Traveller. Yeah. I was working on a 3D6 alternative to Traveller for high level campaigns to add, because I wanted to add kaiju and dragons. And I wanted an alternative science fantasy universe with magic and stuff. I'm pretty much less than halfway through. I haven't even gotten to the main stuff. But yeah, Pirates of Drinax. And this is from, I believe, 21. This was actually, I believe, originally in 20. What was it? Yeah, 20. Second edition, I think, covers 21 to 24. I don't think they've released that much new since. Oh, I don't know about the rumors about third edition. I think Beyond Traveller. Yeah, I think it's called Beyond Traveller, and they've already released some stuff. It's basically expanding what's happening beyond the borders of the known universe. And I actually think I might have that, but there's not much to Beyond Traveller yet. When's it? We'll probably see something new later this year. But this is the revised, but it was revised in 21. So if you've got it already and haven't updated, you can just go to Drive Through RPG. If you haven't got it already, but starter collection, $12.95, gets you the basic pirates, and you get the companion if you level up. Now, $12.95 gives you the basic set, retail $57, 20 update $25.83. You level up and get the entire collection, 5 more titles worth $90. This is the only way to buy your RPG stuff today. I mean, we are seeing somewhat what you would call a collapse of. Now, I'm not saying it's happening entirely to the RPG community, but we're seeing a collapse in the big names. People have outgrown them and they haven't appealed to a new audience except digital. The digital games are succeeding, but their tabletop versions are collapsing. But a lot of people are going back to the old stuff. A lot of people, D&D, only like 3.5. There's a bit of a fandom for 4, but clearly 5 is an unwanted stepchild. All right, so Drax, we have the pirates, restore them to prominence or not, and Reach Adventures. Basically, 3 standalone. No, sequence. Yeah, they do stand alone, but they are in sequence about raiders, the theories you hide on a crew, and obviously you're going to run into pirates, and then you got the incident where you're struck again. Now the compendium. This is one of the reasons why to level up is you get extra material to add to your campaign and extend the campaign beyond just and of course you get extra adventures. Imperium. This is a classic Imperium. This is the classic age brought back to life. A grand tour across the Galactic Empire. This is the original 1980s Game Designers Workshop version, revamped, revised, re-put out as a classic Traveller edition. And I think it wasn't revised in the modern era. I think it was actually revised in 1981. I think this is the 1981 version. And this is the complete collection as far as I know. Though, yeah. Yeah, May 1st, first edition, 1977. Yes, this is the updated of that. So this was updated in 1980 and again in 81. I think 81 was the last time the classic Traveller was updated. I think Games where before Games Workshop pretty much didn't develop their own IPs originally, and they abandoned a lot of these. But now that they've become classics, again, the demand for the older material is higher than some of the new material. This is this one that kicked it off. As I said, this one, consists of the core rules from 1977 all into 1982. Updated with the Fringe, Imperial Fringe Director 83. So one volume of the original, the campaign, the Spiral Marches. Now, by a year long, they pretty much mean a year long. I think at the time they were looking at 1 hour weekends, original plans for starships. A lot of them were small back then. A lot of them were just single boats. But you did have some big ones. Over the years, they got bigger and bigger, of course. Forms and charts, mapping, records, the classic rules, the original and the classic pack, all the classic introduction guides and all the other stuff you need, about 50, covering over 50 products, you got various modules, Imperium guides. Always recommend you level up. And leveling up 31.48. So FASA in the 80s decided to have their own. Now, for a while, this was the leading tabletop game, particularly in the early 90s. Science fiction soon gave way to, in the 90s, to Shadowrun, FASA, and Star Trek, another FASA. And FASA Shadowrun, I think, ran for like six and a half years. I had their first edition and a lot. I had over 200 RPG books, and of course, I'm in a small place now, but I had somebody steal them all, which is pathetic and horrible. And of course, you know how expensive it is to get first edition Shadowrun now? No, I'm talking about the real. I mean, when it was published, not the republish. You can get the republished quite easily now. Still a lot of FASA books out there. And yeah, because they're reprinted, 23. A lot of them are reprints. You can get reprints off Drive-Thru RPG. $9.95 gets you the classic FASA, which is sort of never admitted to be the second edition. It's just basically an expansion of the first edition. But it updates the rules. You get boarding action, some more adventures, and a hotel complex. Now, beat the threshold price, level up, and you get more adventures. Because basically, a lot of them, they didn't produce that many rule books. They mostly produced adventures and ship plans. Still. Yeah, FASA had the travel license. They were prolific. Retail 66, 15mm deck cans. Yeah, 2078, level up. Get the entire FASA bonus collection, 12 titles. I'm not sure if it all falls under Mongoose, but I'm pretty sure it does now. Yeah, Game Lord's Traveller. No, there's another one. There is a licensed version of Traveller. I forget its name, but it'll come to me. 2022 Vintage Traveller supplements from Game Lords. $12.95 gets you the base collection and the Lost Supplement collection. All right. $12.95 gets you the 10 base supplements and all DRM free, of course, and level up $20.82 and you get the Lost Supplements, 70 more titles worth $84. Lost Supplements, they actually went out of print. Somebody's hunted them down, Game Lords collection. And it's a bunch of guides and adventures, of course. Expanding, environments, adventures, planet side, and more adventures. Because it's all supplements and adventures, there's very little progression of the Traveller story at the time outside of FASA. I think, what did FASA? Nope. I thought FASA tried to advance the story beyond the Imperium. Anyway, we get the Free Trader Beowulf. I think this is sort of, here we have Golden Age. There's the various sections. There were gaps, of course, in the maps. But you have the Third Imperium and its inheritors. Free Traders, which sort of is a return to the spirit of the original. Free Trader Beowulf. It's the first 46 years of Traveller. Started with the Origins Game Fair, with Game Designers Workshop, Traveller. Expanded. The Imperium was shattered. One price, one book. Now, moving on from Traveller, I'm sure there should have been another one in there, but they didn't have it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, Coyote and Co. Only less than a day left on this one. It's another science. This is science fantasy. Coyote and Co. Complete story and complete rulebook and 9 stories. $17.95 gets you the entire collection. Science fantasy is different from science fiction. Science fiction, you can have mental powers, but science fantasy is straight up magic. Although, even though mental powers are straight up magic, for some reason, use the Force Luke is somehow science fiction, even though it's science fantasy. But you try and tell people that, and they just blink at you. So, 9 stories, 9 weekends. Coyote and Crow is actually, it's a retro future, basically post-apocalypse. Society's healed, new nations are arisen. They're advanced natives. An alternative future where colonization didn't happen because they want to cope and see. All right, speaking of cope and see, Defiant. Now, it's one of these weird tabletop games. It's not so much about the conflict, it's about the politics. It's aristocratic role playing. The world of demons, cults, blood feuds, reborn gods, fallen angels, and dragons. $14.95 gets you all 6 titles in the collection, all DRM3. Modern age, modern urban fantasy. Characters walk a thin line between satisfying their desires and basically upsetting the gods. I mean, there's always somebody going to be more powerful than you. Set of kills, set of you have a series of traits and you play them off against each other in a series turn of events. I think the players actually play all against each other. That's where it's different. And you have 5 campaign supplements to get you going. And all about supernatural beings. You play a supernatural being, and I think you play against each other and again against the different houses. As I said, I'm working on a homebrew science fantasy setting D6 tabletop game. Basically, recruit, you could join, have access to the role-playing material, level up, you get help fund artwork, get more maps. And 9 hours ago, of course, I published more material. 112 articles. Now it's not, I would say Bundle Holding is my favourite site, but after that is closely linked and followed is the Drive-Through RPG. And of course, as I said, I have a massive library. Let's see, how many? Well, of course, when there's an update, it takes forever. I bought stuff today, so I've got an update. Oh, well, got over. So I was going to say there was an update, but it's going to take forever to load. Forget it. Blades in the Dark, Forge in the Dark, Deep Cuts. 118-page expansion for Blades in the Dark RPG, treasure troves of lore, material, alternative mechanics, including 27 factions, heritage, backgrounds, packages, innovations. Now you notice these price, this is AU. For the US price, you're probably just roughly about, what is it, about 60%. Though it fluctuates wildly, so don't take my word for it. Every day, just today, it's around 60% less. Flexible systems and action systems, because a lot of people these days are more about the action than the role. That's fine. Blades in the Dark currently, but it changes. But I'm just saying, the fall of D&D has been monumental, and I think the site's updating. Here we go. Handshaking. Yes, here we go. Oh, Fabula Ultima has taken over number one position. That's how quick it can move. Yeah. Because the sales between the top 10 are not that much different from each other. There's another one I want to add to my cart. Not wish list, sorry. All right. So we have deep cuts, and I've covered this before. Of rising in popularity is the solo campaign. There are a lot of them now. Some of them, Electrum bestseller. It's like third highest tier. People are basically turning to simple solo campaigns to while away a restless hour or two, or just a rainy weekend. Or they want to play a focused game without fuss. The thing about this is a lot of solo plays are system neutral. Running solo can be campaign, free, and rich. Now, this doesn't always mean one character, but a lot of people do that. They play a single character and play solo campaigns against their own character. Might have to be something I have to look at and incorporate. Thank you for coming, Ashley's. Really appreciate it. Don't forget, people, support me on my Patreon. And of course, support the channel in general. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Sharing is caring. RPG, Patreon, Future Fantasy, my writing patron, David T. Applegate. You can also buy my books, buy my merch, or my links are in the link tree. You'll find that in the description below, in my profile, or scan the QR code on the screen. Please and thank you. Appreciate each and every one of you. and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.